Hey guys, Brutal here, and today I am bringing you a few recommendations for the Atal'Dazar dungeon. That way the next time you're in there, whether it be with a pug or even a more familiar group, you'll be that much better prepared for whatever is thrown your way. We're going to start off with a few tips and tricks for trash packs, and we'll conclude with a little bit of advice for Razan, so let's dig in. Regardless of when you engage groups 9, 11, and 28 as they are labeled on Method Dungeon Tools, this here is a difficult pack to survive due to the sheer amount of damage that's being placed not only on your tank, but the group as a whole. Bloodlust is often used on this pack in higher keystones for these reasons, so don't be shy about it. But if you find out you don't need it, then, well, that's for you to figure out before the dungeon run even begins, so talk to your group. In any case, when it comes to the actual pull, you can have essentially anyone pull group 28, which consists of the two stalkers up on the stairs, but oftentimes a hunter with flare or a demon hunter with spectral sight wind up being the easiest and the best candidates. You can, however, quite literally walk to them and face pull them if you need to, as long as you hug the right side of their stairs. Either way, once everything has been pulled and is stacked up, keep an eye on your feet, as you will take a lot of unnecessary damage if you stand in the green puddles on the ground that erupt and come from the honor guard. Also, if you're melee, or if you find yourself in melee range of those shield bearers, be extra careful to not get shield bashed, as it will absolutely murder you on higher keystones. Just do your best to make sure your tank is always their closest target, but the rest of the pull is pretty straightforward, so heal like crazy and AoE like mad. If you're trying to click on the Obelisk that contains Samric Beckoner of Chaos, I hope I pronounced that correctly, you can use a variety of tactics to avoid pulling what is labeled as Group 10 in Method Dungeon Tools. A hunter can pull the pack to the side, uses Turtle, and feign death once the group has gone into the Obelisk. Similarly, a rogue can pull the pack and vanish. You can also pull them to the side and Mass Entangle, which surprisingly keeps the druid who casts Mass Entangle completely out of combat. Then the group can use the Obelisk. You can also assign someone to intentionally die to buy the group some time to go down. You have a monk in your group? Awesome! Use Ring of Peace. Just keep in mind that if this is the first Obelisk you're using in the dungeon, you need to use a method that guarantees all 5 members can go down. However, if this is not the first Obelisk you've used in the dungeon, and another portal exists somewhere else in the dungeon that can be accessed by the individual who pulls stuff to the side, then it doesn't matter, as that person who was assigned to pull away can simply run to the other portal and then use that portal to catch up to his or her group. If you decide to approach and engage the double shield bearer, double witch doctor, and double stalker pack labeled as groups 15 and 16 in Method Dungeon Tools, it's generally a good idea to CC one of the witch doctors before engaging the enemies. This allows your group to only need to focus kicks on one target, and it makes the pull much more manageable. You'll want to cleave off of the witch doctor that you didn't CC, and once it's dead, pull in the other witch doctor that you had CC'd originally. Please keep in mind the second witch doctor will absolutely need a kick fairly early after you break the CC that you had applied to it. You don't want someone to randomly get hexed and then the pull is ruined because people weren't paying attention. This pull is regularly regarded as one of the harder pulls in the dungeon for your average group, but with a little coordination, I think it's a breeze. I mean, I just think it's pretty simple personally. All right, let's wrap this thing up. I'm going to do a quick boss tip. A lot of groups, including most of mine over the past 2 years, pull Razan and keep him on the north side of his pit, kiting him east to west and west east with, well, little issue really. However, a big time saver most groups use nowadays is to pull one or even both Sky Screamers labeled as Sky Screamer 2 and 3 in Method Dungeon Tools onto Razan, and then assign kicks to ensure that their fear cast never goes off. If your tank has proper cooldown management, the additional damage they bring to the table is, well, negligible at best. So the next time you find yourself pulling Razan, give this tactic a try, and I think you'll be surprised personally how easy it is to add them into the boss fight, and you wind up getting an additional 4% enemy force count with very little effort. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back soon with more Mythic Plus tips and tricks, both with and without special guests. So keep an eye on the channel and be sure to swing by my Twitch stream, where I stream every single day for the most part, so come by, hang out, have fun. Be sure to check out the description box below for links. Live well, be well, do well, and I'll see you soon.